For more on the border battle, we bring in Wisconsin Congressman Sean Duffy. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on this holiday weekend.
It's good to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so I'd like to start with these nearly 6,000 active duty troops that have been deployed to the border. I know you're a big supporter of the president's immigration policies, but do you believe that deploying these 6,000 active duty troops, do you think that's really the best use of them?
Well, first, I think we have to take a step back, and you see Mexico, which allows a free pass for Central American caravans to pass through Mexico and hopefully get into the United States of America. Well, because the president has now secured that part of the border where Tijuana and the caravan is now located, Mexico is having to deal with, these 5,000 migrants. And I think what you're seeing with the way the president's dealing with Mexico and the caravan is, one, the president says you're not going to come in, but by way of an orderly process, number one. And number two, if you can't control the caravan, we're going to shut down our border. So now Mexico can't deal with the United States in a carefree fashion. They have to actually deal with the immigration problem that we're facing at our border. And so I think the president has been smart in saying we are going to stop this caravan, which means we're not going to incentivize future caravans to come from Central America and think they get free pass through Mexico and into the United States. This is how you stop these crises at our borders.
Right. But Congressman, closing down the entire border, is that even really realistic? And if so, how would you do it?
Reagan did it in the past, and listen, it's an extreme measure, but I think the president's right. When you don't have borders, you don't have a country. And if Mexico doesn't cooperate, not only are we just going to deal with the migrants in the caravan who are at our border, we're going to deal with trade as well, and that'll be far more consequential for Mexico than it is for the United States. And so if we're going to deal with the crisis in Central America, it has to be both the United States and Mexico partnering together. But if Mexico thinks, again, they can just let people pass through their country and get access to the United States, they're going to have a rude awakening because Donald Trump isn't going to take it anymore. And frankly, the Congress, at least in the next month and several days that Republicans have control, we're going to continue to try to push border security funding so we don't have to have the troops at the border. We can actually have a secure border by way of a wall.
But Congressman, as of now, we've got 5,600 active duty U.S. troops, about, I believe, 1,200 National Guards troops. They're there this holiday weekend. Back to my first question. Do you personally believe that this is the best use of our active duty military on the southern border?
The question would come back to you to say, listen, when prior caravans have come, they're breaking into the United States. They're storming our border and they're getting in. President Trump has now sent troops as backup. So now we see they're not actually getting into the United States. They're sitting in Tijuana. And now the mayor of Tijuana is like, I have a humanitarian crisis on my hands, which is a Mexican problem. So the point with what the president has done with the troops is it's actually working. People can't get across our border unless we say you can come in. So the president's action is successful. And so I support that.
So President Trump yesterday, he tweeted that Republicans and Democrats must come together on major border security package. He still wants funding for that wall. What do you think that's going to happen? Is that really a possibility when this new Congress comes in?
Yeah, so we have a partial government funding into next year, but this portion of government funding is only funded through December 7th. So we have a bill in the House that would give us $5 billion, which the president has requested to build a wall. The Senate has less than $2 billion. So we're going to have to try to come together and see if we can get that $5 billion for the president. The problem that we have isn't in the House. The Senate, you need 60 votes, which means you need nine Democrats and every single Republican to vote for this border wall. That's where the showdown is going to take place. And listen, the president is, I think, sick of dealing with an insecure border. He ran on it. He wants to secure it. And I think the threat is real that he may not sign a bill that doesn't give him the $5 billion to, again, build a wall and secure the border. So I can't tell you what's going to happen. But the problem, Kristen, is not in the House. It's in the Senate, just to be very clear on that.
Congressman, I got to leave it there. I know most Americans are hoping that you all in this next Congress are able to push through some true, meaningful immigration reform. Best of luck to you, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Have a good day.